Here's a little bit of information about the AcuGraph. This is the system that we use that combines the wisdom of ancient Chinese medicine with the technology of the modern age. And it's a tool that is new to us, and we're just loving it, and our patients are loving it as well. So this all started in Japan, where a doctor of acupuncture was very interested in how to evaluate all of the meridians of the body to see which ones were in the most disharmony. And at that time in the 1950s, there was actually a lot of acupuncturists who were experimenting with different ways to evaluate meridians. And this man found that he could measure the electrical potential in the meridians, and then he would calculate the difference between right and left and between the upper and lower parts of the body, and he would be able to come out with a mathematical analysis of which were the weakest and which were the strongest meridians. And so this technology has been used for a very long time in Japan and also in this country. But recently, some very smart people realized that it would be great to use a computer to do this, because the computer can do all of the calculations, so we don't have to do the math on paper. And so this is now what we call the AcuGraph. Now, the AcuGraph machine is a very simple device. We have a probe with a little wet Q-tip at one end, and we will just touch your skin on specific acupuncture points, and the probe will measure how easy it is to pass electricity through your skin at that location. And then it's going to make a rating of that meridian, and it's going to record all of that information for the 12 meridians of the body. And then it's going to map a graph of those 12 meridians that will clearly show you the meridians that are in a state of deficiency, the meridians that are balanced, and the meridians that are in a state of excess. And so you'll see the blue, green, and red graph bars, but also some purple graph bars that show us that the right and left are in a state of imbalance. So the acupuncturist will look at this graph and look at the measurements, and then that will help them, along with the history that we've done and some other of our evaluation methods, that'll help us to develop a treatment plan for you. And so the first time you come, we'll make one of these graphs, and we'll print it out for you, as well as some other information that the graph program can provide you. And then at certain points along the road, we're going to take another graph of you, and you'll also get a printout of that. And we'll be able to compare graphs over time and see how you do. And so what we know from experience is that at a certain point, all of those bars on your graph are going to approach the same level. And that is the kind of mathematical reflection that your meridians are balanced. And balancing the meridians is a foundational activity that we need to do to make sure that all of the aspects of the body are working at their best. So people often wonder, if all my graph bars are green and I still have pain, what does that mean? Well, it shows us that your body is better. The acupuncture has filled up all of your resources of voltage. All of the machinery of the body is working well. And now the body has the resources it needs to do the healing on this place where you're feeling pain. And so getting the graph green is a great achievement, but sometimes it doesn't entirely resolve your symptoms. And now we know that you have the resources that you need to get your symptoms much, much better. So your acupuncturist will give you that green graph, and then we're going to just do a few more sessions and probably see you getting to your goal.